Live.
How are we going? What's going on my end now? Start streaming. All right, here we are. It's live. I'm coming from Sydney, Australia. My name is Rachel Marie Setcheny, and I'm honoured to bring on the beautiful Stephanie from Canada. So we're connecting all the way across the globe today. And in the Fearless community, we are literally changing lives, and the impact and the connection is just so enriching on my heart, and just to know all the different women and families that are in this community that are just using this opportunity in their own unique way and with their gifts. And Stephanie comes from a screenwriter, author, and filmmaker background, who is wanting to use this opportunity to be able to create films and invest into her financial freedom and sorry, just got something in my and reclaim her faith, which I saw the other day that you actually are born again.
Yeah.
And that's really, really beautiful. So welcome to this space and to this live. And I just wanted to hand over to you. And the question I always like to ask is that, what was that line in the sand moment that made you lean into this opportunity with everything that was going on in your world?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thanks for asking that, actually. Like, hi, everyone, and thank you for that lovely introduction. Yeah, line in the sand. Actually, it was when I met our fearless co-founder, Brandon, in person. I'm lucky enough to live in Vancouver, where he is also here, and we have a head office out here. And I went to like a live presentation, and I could just tell that these were genuine leaders and mentors that were full of knowledge, that just wanted to help people and wanted to share of that knowledge. And I could tell that I didn't know fully then what I was getting myself into when it came to the faith thing, but I could tell they knew about like the supernatural laws and spirituality. And I was already into spirituality, but like through this, I really like reconnected with God, not just
Yeah.
all the spiritual stuff going on. And honestly, I was called to it. Like God put many little like signs and pieces along the way, but that line in the sand moment, I remember leaving that and I was like, I can trust these people. That's what it felt like, because I was quite skeptical at first, to be honest. I'm going to admit,
Hmm.
I'd never really done network marketing before, and of course, you go and look, like, I did my like rabbit hole things of searching for what like. But there was something underneath all the noise of like, oh, you might fail at this, or this might be a scam and stuff, to like this voice that was honestly God just being like, this is what you've been looking for. So,
Yeah, and I think the fear comes in, and this is the whole thing, leading in faith and fear. And the fear nudges are just trying to, coming from that ego, this can't be real, this can't be right. Like, how possible is this for me, and how am I going to do this? And just all of those blocks that come in the way.
mhm.
Did the fear creep in on you? Like, once you sort of, leaned in and said yes, was there something that's like, that you just had to overcome, that you were able to get over to keep moving?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember when I signed my paperwork, I like, lit some candles. I had my like cross here. And like, this was kind of when I still believed that like, crystals and cards could help me too. So I had things around. But like, I knew if I didn't make that leap, like, it wasn't just about this opportunity per se. There was a lot, like, I was sharing this today on a live of my own, that like, I used to be really driven by fear, and like the fear of not succeeding and all this stuff. And I knew that this would break so many like limiting beliefs, and just really take me to the next level that I've always wanted to go. But you can't go if you're living in fear, that's why it's called fearless. Like,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's, yeah. But yeah, like stepping, like I thought that I had shifted from fear to love, but this was a shift from fear to faith. And
Mm.
like, I'm just so glad I did it, despite the noise of like other people's opinions and internet stuff, like, because I knew that this was, calling to me. So I went for it.
Yeah, no, I love that. It's just when we're so programmed, and we grow into the society, and we're so skeptical of things that are just so foreign to us. I guess it's just not what we've been taught. And I went in the corporate world for 20 odd years, and then when I kind of moved into this space, and everyone just has that whole MLM or this thing, and it's like, but actually you flip it on the head, and what we've got here is actually completely the opposite. Like, you go work for someone, you have a capped income, you might get some commission, but there's always going to be a level that you can access. So when I leaned into the training that we had just recently, I was like mind blown at the levels. And I even wrote them down, the 6 levels of income that we get to receive, and the blessings that we get through being in this business. Was that something that was of interest to you, like, so that you can explore your passions and your purpose, to know that you've got this income stream happening?
Yeah, definitely. Because like as a writer, like I want like all the time for that. And I know that my writing and my like I have like books coming out and a lot of things in the works for that,
Amazing.
but like I don't have the income that I need coming in from that just yet. And I know I've always needed to have like a second job, right? So this was something that, could do part-time and then get way more money than I was ever making in the visual effects industry where I was working and any other job really. But it's like what you put into it, right? So that's where like the ownership, you get to have ownership and stuff. And yeah, the income, like it's funny because I was manifesting 20K months. I had it written on a $20 bill, and then this 20K blueprint comes up. I'm like, what? Like, so like there was a time when I didn't think that was, well, obviously a part of me thought it was possible if I'm trying to manifest it, but like, yeah. And like just seeing like what the uncapped income potential over here, like it really is like that's what we say legacy, right? And it's like it got me thinking more about like what am I going to leave behind, and like seeing the income also like expanded my mind as to what's possible and like what more can I do with more money.
Yeah, I actually it just came to me then that a lot of people that are in the creative space, or they have like a calling or a purpose, and um, they don't feel like they can make money doing something that they love. They don't think that they
Yeah.
can make money, and a lot of people like in your industry, and a lot of like actors, and think they just don't make it, because they're relying on the money. Like, they're desperate for their jobs, they're desperate for the things, and that's when things are so much out of alignment, because you're desperate for money to receive why you're trying to do what you love. Whether now we've got this blueprint that we all access, that is going to create ample amount of income for us to then go and play and do the things that we love to do. So it's a
Mhm.
completely different concept when you can lean into this and actually understand it's actually going to allow you to be more in a creative space than worrying about when the next paycheck's coming.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that literally like
Creativeness.
yeah, it literally takes a burden off you because
Yeah.
like I mean, you can create under pressure for sure, but like how much more and how much greater works of art can you do while if you're not worrying about money, and not worrying about, oh, I gotta, because I used to be so like, well, I kind of liked that we had the pandemic because I got to go work from home, so I had more time for my writing. But even still, it was like, you still have to clock in and clock out. But I remember being at the office and like taking lunch breaks, like having only an hour to like go hide in the stairwell and write because I needed like alone time and just like and like, that can work, but it's like just being able to have the like whatever time you want for your art and that can be uninterrupted is a godsend, literally.
Yeah, literally, which is, yeah, pretty amazing. And to be able to access this online, and to be able to be, present in whatever it is that you choose to do, I just find it, yeah, really liberating to know that and just that we're supported so much in this community. I think that's what's probably the thing that's the game changer for me, is that once you're in a community that you're aligned with, it literally allows you um, to be supported and nurtured in a way that is going to allow everyone to become leaders. It's not like we're
Mhm.
all working for someone. We're all actually working together on
Yeah.
our own little missions, and that's all coming together for a bigger purpose. So that's what's really beautiful here. Everyone's got their own gifts and their own abilities, so it gets to be flexible in how it works for you. So it's not like you have to, follow a system or anything like that. There's systems obviously there to support you, but we all get to navigate that in our own way, and it gets to be really beautiful.
Yeah, like being authentic in it. I felt
Yeah.
coined a phrase the other day about being in your authentic authority. It really does give you that, like that empowerment to be yourself. Because if you're not being yourself in your business, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You're gonna, like, maybe you'll make a couple $1,000s, sure, but it's not going to get you really where you want to go. And it's this, all of this too. And as I'm saying that, it's like, this is really like the empowerment factor is like needed in this world for people to like, be themselves, love what they're doing, and just get so much more out of life through all of that.
Yeah, no, I love that. And so what's on the cards for you in the next few months that you're working towards that this business is going to allow for you
Yeah.
to manifest?
Well, I'm finishing up my first novel, second book, and I'm going to announce this properly. But I actually, literally, this is God did this for me this week, and it's of
Wow.
course, first like the week of I'm integrating my baptism, but I just got a fourth book deal out of nowhere, like so I
Wow.
got another book on the way. Doing some traveling, and I'm building to 50K months, so that's my first kind of, not first, but like that's my second kind of step, and then up from there. But I want to take it one step at a time, because one thing I've learned about myself is I used to be like, oh, I want to do it all at once. It's like, no, this is one step at a time. And
Well, it's about capacity too to hold it, because as we know, like there's women in this business, very down to earth women, just living their life, are going for 50K weeks. So it's not like this is definitely on the cards. It's about our capacity to hold that amount and then to keep growing and growing to the point where, Brandon's talking about $1 million, monthly checks. And I was like, it's just,
yeah.
and if that feels icky to you inside, then that's where the work is, it's just about
Mhm.
being okay with that level of abundance and wealth, knowing that it's just there for you to play. I call it like play money, because at the end of the day, like if you're doing things that bring you joy, then the money's going to circulate so much better. So
Mhm.
that, and the levels are just incredible. Like it's just extraordinary. Once I kind of even leaned in more of what the opportunities are here, it's just
Mhm.
pretty epic. So
Yeah, epic is a good word. And like, also what I'm like aiming for is just to help more people like get free, whatever that means for them, because we talk about like breaking out of the matrix. Like we're serious about that, because
yeah.
like you're saying, like we're sort of conditioned to believe that like, there is a cap on income. This is too good to be true, blah, blah, blah. But like, you got to wonder, like if something looks too good to be true, wouldn't you rather know, for one thing? And,
Curiosity. Absolutely.
yeah. And also just like, where does that come from? That like, limitations and stuff. And you got to wonder why too. It's like, why are the people that are making it at the top don't want you to know about this kind of stuff, and it's just really changed my whole paradigm on how like the world and business does work in general, not just this business, but like in general. So
Yeah. We've got
this,
master classes every Friday for all these different men and women around the world that are actually showing real stories of their situation. And we get to invite anyone that's on this, anyone that's curious that would like to know more, just reach out to Stephanie or myself, because this opportunity is available to everyone. It's just that you need to lean in, be curious, and just have an open mind to the income opportunities that are there for you as well. So, and that's pretty much what it is. It's free will. It's really just about being curious enough to know what it's like to live a life, and they have the saying, like, what's keeping you so stuck to a life that's, what's keeping you so loyal to a life that's keeping you so stuck? And
yeah.
it goes around and around. It's like, yeah, like you could do the same thing every day, but unless you just lean in and listen to a conversation or a masterclass, like you're just never going to know if it's actually going to be for you. And it's not for everyone, because you have to do
Mhm.
the work. And as we said, like it all comes down to you, how much you're willing to put in the effort to change, the habits and everything, to allow, God to work through you. There's got to be some shifts, because you can't be the person that you are today to create the life that you want tomorrow. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And this like prepares you, like it stretches you to like so you can have more of a capacity to like hold that income. And then it's like, okay, I've got this income, like now what do I do with it? It's like, and I'm just like saying that, it's like it's sort of like money is currency, right? So it's like a
Yeah.
current of like income and outcome, right? So you don't hold on to the money, you pay your bills, you do other things, but then you have overflow to do whatever you want to do, really. And for me,
Yeah.
that's kind of putting it into creative projects and supporting like mental health initiatives. And I don't even know yet. There's like things in my vision totally expanded when I saw this, and even more so, of course, when I found God and baptism and
Yeah.
everything. I'm just taking it one step at a time while knowing there's a big, abundant future that I am building and helping others build too.
Yeah, and you don't need to know everything. I mean, you're just going to help someone that's a few steps behind you, and you don't have to act like an expert. You don't have to be the specialized person that can support people with mental health. You just have to have gone through an experience that you can then, turn into wisdom and hopefully inspire just one person every day or every week to go, you know what, I've been through this. I can help you. This is Here's a solution that I've accessed that's allowed me to do, this. And that's kind of all it is. It's really that simple. And
Yeah.
once you can simplify it and take away all of the, oh my God, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that.
No
Just
one's
let
good
it
at anything
go.
when they start out. You have to be willing to suck at something new.
Yeah. I heard Gary Vee go to this kid and he goes, I can't get my YouTube videos on because my mum doesn't have time to edit. And he said, well, did you know how to ride a bike when you were born, or when you were 2? He goes, no. He goes, well, did you know how to walk when you're like? And it's like, no. He's like, well, you just got to practice and do it. So it's just that changing the mindset of I can't do it to, the idea and the reasons behind me doing this is to help and support. So you got to have that vision in your mind, and I know that Brandon talks a lot about catching the vision, and that's really
Mhm.
important. Like waking up knowing what the vision is, then you can just do those things every day, knowing why you're doing them. So it's not just an action. It's not just a task that you have to do. There's a purpose behind it, and that's what helps me. So what would be something that you would recommend to anyone that's watching our live today to take action?
Yeah, well, I love what you're saying about like, because this is literally like purpose led, and that's what like fuels the fire. Even if some days you don't feel like it or whatever, it's like the purpose and your why will get you through anything. Will fuel
Yeah.
you, fuel you for this. But yeah, to those of you that are watching or have been watching for a while and have been curious and maybe like on the fence, or but all you got to do is see the info, and there's no strings attached. Like, we're not going to hold you to anything, but we just want as many people to see the information as possible, so that like you're aware what's out there. And if you do catch that vision, like, we can help you achieve that. It's really just as simple as like asking for the info, seeing the info, and if it piques your interest, we get on a call and map out what we like to call your freedom number, which is like the income that is going to allow you to like do what you really want to do. Some people want to quit their job, some people want to have excess for this and that, but we map out your ideal income months and show you the game plan to get you started and plugged in and making money like right away.
I love it. I love it. And I love that this community actually gets you your first few, people
Yeah.
into your team straight away within the first month. So you've literally got your return on investment. You've put, zero down up, like you literally got I don't know, like it's mind blowing. It's absolutely mind blowing, but you just need to lean in and have a conversation with us. And yeah, we'd love to see you on the inside of the
Hmm.
fearless entrepreneurs.
Yeah, being fearless. The more people that are fearless in this world, the more faith filled it will be, and the lighter it will all be. There's a lot of fear in this world, guys. It's
Got to
time
make
we,
it lighter,
yeah.
absolutely. Got to have more fun, more joy, and
Mhm.
play and do things that just light you up. Because the more people do that, the energy is going to ripple. It's going to be that ripple effect that'll go out. So we get to create a new earth here with the
Yeah,
in the kingdom.
yeah, the kingdom movement. Ooh,
The
that's what we can
kingdom
call
movement, and
it.
there's some really big things happening in that super entrepreneur space. So yeah, if you want to join, now's the time. So it's going to get pretty exciting. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Stephanie. I have really enjoyed having a chat with you and getting to know you more, and I'll see you in the inner circle. So,
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me, and thank you everyone who's watching. And
yeah,
as I like to sign off, may the force of faith be with you.
I love it. Have a beautiful, blessed day.
You